Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brett Keene from God TV Radio. Make sure you check out my website, godtvradio.com. And don't forget to check out my brother's YouTube channel, Justin Keene. If you like rock and roll and metal, then you're good to go there. Everything you could possibly ever want to know about the Keenster, you can go to my website. It's all there. Also, that's how you participate in my live streams if you're ever interested. Today we're going to talk about I Do Need Feminism, Jenny McDermott. We're going to talk about the delusional mentality of a certain particular individual situation by the name of Shoe0nHead. You know why I think she calls herself Shoe0nHead? Most likely because she's been hit repeatedly in the head with a fucking shoe. And the evidence will be shown in this video. There we go.
Good day to you, anti-feminists, bullies, fraudsters, and online harassers.
Yes, I recognize all those people, except for the one that pissed in their pants. Oh.
I'd like to touch on two very important videos that I saw in my newsfeed today on YouTube. One was by Go Fem Yourself, which I saw mirrored through Kevin Logan's channel. Now, I had difficulty finding Go Fem Yourself's channel, so I won't be able to share it in a link below, but I will share Kevin Logan's video, and then I
guess her and Kevin Logan are getting along. That's cool. Fine. Next.
I'm not sure whether or not he didn't link to the video because he didn't want this particular YouTuber to be harassed by the anti-feminist stormtroopers. Right. So the reason why the Go Fem Yourself video was so important is because it sort of broke down a Shoe0nHead recent video about why she doesn't need feminism. And it basically beautifully demonstrates internalized misogyny and lack of progression towards equality in general. She says things that go along perfectly with rape culture, like women shouldn't be putting themselves in situations where they could get raped. She claims that she has a car and she doesn't have to worry about it being unsafe for her to walk around at night. And everyone...
That's so odd. Why would a woman think that a car is going to protect her? How many times have you heard stories on the news about women heading out to their cars after work, whether they live in a shop or they work in a shopping center or work in some kind of facility? There's women that have actually been raped on the job. There's been young females who've been raped at school. A fucking car is not going to protect you. I mean, just ask all the carjacker victims out there. It doesn't matter. You stop at a fucking light and somebody wants your ass and they're following you. They could just simply come up on you and break your fucking windows and get in. It's not like you're in an armored tank or something, Mr. Armored Skeptic's girlfriend, you fucking dumblet.
Experiences a little bit of paranoia while walking alone at night, friendo.
I don't need feminism because I like to mock women who fear for their safety.
You know, it's so odd. Can I tell you guys a story, and then we'll get back into this video and my reaction. I don't know if many of you knew this, but less than a couple of years ago, my brother was living in St. Louis. He was living in a pretty, what some would refer to as a decent part of St. Louis. Now, the word decent and St. Louis usually don't go together. The state of Missouri itself is referred to as misery by most people who live here. My brother... I'm 6'5", and my brother is 6'4". He looks clearly like a rock star. If you were to look at him, you'd say, this is a fucking heavy metalist guy. The type of person that you would expect to be rocking out in a band like Slipknot or something. He does not look like somebody who you want to fuck with, and somebody you definitely turn the other way if you were in a dark alley. However, unfortunately, reality sets into our story. My brother went out one night to get him something from the gas station down the street. He figured he was going to grab his 2 dogs. He's got some miniature type dogs, not like little chihuahuas. They're pretty decent size. They could rip a hole in your ass if need be. But he's got 2 dogs. He's got his leather jacket on, his fucking belt, and he's even got one of those guitar belts wrapped around him and shit because he couldn't be bothered to take it off because he was playing guitar for a couple hours there. He walks down the road and, well, not down the road exactly, down the sidewalk, sorry about this, and 2 guys run up on him and put a gun to his fucking chest. And why do they do this? Not because they're wanting to rape him, not because they're wanting to bend him over and do him in the butt, but they wanted drugs. They wanted drugs, and they were willing to kill over it. My brother explained to them as calmly and courageously as he possibly could that he had nothing on him except for a little bit of change, and he was simply going down to the gas station to get himself something cold to drink, and he was walking his dogs. Luckily for my brother, the dogs remained calm. If the dogs would have attacked, this may have caused the idiots to panic, and my brother could have took a bullet directly to his chest and to his heart. Thankfully, the scenario didn't turn into a complete and utter fucking tragedy. My brother and his dogs were able to walk away from this scenario. But there was a 20-minute event there where my brother had 2 armed assholes pointing guns at his chest. So as you can see, it doesn't matter if you're a woman or if you're a man or if you're some kind of badass out there. It doesn't even matter if you're Stone Cold Steve Austin. It doesn't even matter if you're Dimebag Darrell. Has anybody ever heard the story about Dimebag Darrell from the band Pantera? This was a guitar player who had fucking unique and original talent, who was on stage in front of thousands of fucking adoring fans, and somehow somebody walked right up to him on stage and fucking blasted him and killed him. So I don't know what the hell this delusional fucking muppet is even talking about, the Shoe0nHead. Let's listen.
What's up with this, like, walking alone at night thing? What? None of you have cars?
I don't need feminism because my car protects me from rapists.
You know, another thing before Jenny McDermott bringeth the smackdown on that stupid ass, there's some other things that you all may not know about. Do you realize that there's been many YouTubers out there who've not only murdered themselves, but also went out and actually murdered women? That's right, there was a guy a while back on YouTube. This is pretty well known. For some reason, some people out there have forgotten. But when a woman had a boyfriend, had a guy, had someone around to supposedly protect her, as Shoe0nHead said, and this guy named Tony, and you can type this in, Tony kills YouTuber woman, her YouTube channel is still up. He goes into a fucking public building. This isn't on the street. This isn't off on the corner somewhere. This isn't in a dark alleyway. But he goes right up to this YouTuber girl in public and fucking gives her a lead salad. Ended over. Game over. So it's delusional to think that a car or some kind of building or a public place is going to protect you away from the dangers of this world. Continue on, Jenny. Sorry for pausing you at such a, how shall I say, unusual screenshot.
She claims that her big strong boyfriend can protect her so she doesn't need feminism.
If that person could beat someone up 10 times harder than you could. Not sexism, just fat.
Yeah, right. Bruce Lee can't even take on a fucking gun. A guy like Bruce Lee got taken out by a fucking simple aspirin. Yet you're going to sit here and tell us, see, somebody's been sitting down with her boyfriend watching too many cartoons and too many fucking Avenger movies or something, where she thinks that her boyfriend has superhuman powers. There are men out there that are so fucking hardcore and rough that they would take you and your boyfriend and bend you over and spank you and shit off in a dark alley. I cannot believe that there's people out there who actually have this type of idea going on in their head. Well, if I'm with my boyfriend, everything's safe and fine. One of my favorite superheroes in the world, Batman, His fucking wife, his mother and his father was walking with him in a dark alley. What happened to them? They got fucking blown the fuck away. It doesn't matter how rich you are. It doesn't matter how popular you are. And please, you don't need to remind me that fucking Batman and his parents are fake. I get it. I understand. But the point is, it doesn't matter who you're walking with. I don't give a fuck if you got Brock Lesnar on one side and Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock fucking laying the smackdown behind you. If people got guns and they got weapons and they desire to hurt you, there's a good chance that your fucking Rambo superpowers are not going to save your ass.
I don't need feminism because I have a boyfriend that can beat you up 10 times harder than I could.
Men who hit on you are doing so because they think you are a single lady. If you are with a guy, they're not going to try to pick you up. Obviously, you idiot.
You don't need...
What the fuck are you talking about? Have you ever heard about in society how many times guys get into fights due to some guy fucking with the lady even though he knew that she wasn't single? Do you know how many times you hear about in clubs and bars and out there in places where a guy will simply walk up, he doesn't give a fuck who you're with or who you're married to, and just start fucking with you? Do you know how many fucking ignorant posts a day my wife gets on Facebook and on Twitter from disgusting motherfuckers who know that we're married, and they all just happen to be of the atheist community?
Feminism. Just get a boyfriend, you idiot.
And then she goes to the comments of this video on Kevin Logan's channel, of course, and claims it's a straw man. And then a bunch of other anti-feminist channels that are just budding and trying to like network as best they can so they can start making money off of harassing women online, start leaving shitty comments too, claiming that this video is a straw man. Please go Google what straw man means. In no way in Go Fem Yourself's video did she build up this false image of what Shoe0nHead was actually saying.
I think that we spent a little bit too much time on Shoe0nHead. Shoe0nHead is clearly an idiot. I believe that if I was standing next to her in Armored Skeptic long enough and the wind draft would come through, I would hear a fucking whistling sound come through between both of their ears. Both of them are absolutely insane. Anybody that thinks that they are somehow safe in this world due to some kind of the illusion of an alarm on their wall or a big boyfriend that they got walking around, you are absolutely insane. But we know what this is about. This is about trying to make women feel stupid for feeling paranoid or bothered about what's going on in society. Let me tell you something. I'm 6'5", 250 pounds of pure sexual erotic power. My stomach is a gas machine for a sex machine. And I too, even as a man, I get fucking nervous walking down the street. I especially was paranoid when I lived in St. Louis. And do you know why? Because St. Louis is called the murder capital of the fucking world for a reason. New York is considered a capital murder fucking area. Areas in California, areas in Florida, all kinds of different shit. The United States, people are killed every fucking 1 minute or less. So don't tell me not to be fucking paranoid. It's not about where you walk or where you go that people are nervous about or have anxiety issues about. It's about the fact that we live in the human race and humans are sick fucking monkeys. That's if you believe in evolution, of course. Besides that, you should be worried. You should be concerned. You should fucking realize that if there is no God of this world and we live in a universe without some kind of protection and something out there that gives a shit about us, then you're on your own. And if somebody decides that they believe that they evolved from fucking slime, someone who doesn't believe they even have a soul and you're nothing but a bag of chemicals, then you don't got a fucking chance in this world. Well, besides all that, I hope you all have a wonderful day and God bless. Peace fuck out.